Hey K-drama lovers, join me for my review for the Flower Crew Johnson Marriage Agency.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another review on the Review Garden.
I feel like this K-drama, it could have been for me personally, it should have been two different um K-dramas, right? So this is more of a period piece. So the king was pretty much attacked, killed, and they needed someone else to take over to to take over pretty much. So they went and kidnapped his son on the day of his wedding. And this is a disclaimer. If you haven't seen it, obviously go watch it and then join me, right? So he he gets kidnapped on the day of his wedding, right? So he to go back to the palace to be the new king. And the people who put him as king are expecting for him to be like one of those puppet kings because they just want to, obviously they got rid of the previous one because he didn't want to do what they wanted, and then they took him in so that he could be the new king and listen, right? So meanwhile, this is the day of his wedding that they took him. Backtrack. He hired the flower crew so that they can help him with his wedding. He's been in love with his with his friend, and he wanted to marry her, and he wanted to, their help to set up the wedding. Now they finished setting everything up, but obviously he didn't show because he was kidnapped. So now the girl is left with, you know, having to reimburse them. So she doesn't know what happened to her groom to be, and she needs to also pay them back. So she joins their crew. So she starts, helping them set up other marriages. Now, here is why I'm saying this should have been two different two different shows, right? So in the original Flower Crew, there's three guys. The leader of the Flower Crew is the one that we'll call him the king because that's exactly what he is. So is the one that the king, before he was king, he was the one that he was talking to, trying to set up the wedding. Obviously now he followed all the little footprints and figured out that it was the palace that kidnapped kidnapped him. So one day, he gets called by the palace, and then when he goes in, he realizes the person standing in front of him is the same person who asked him to set up the wedding. And then he's looking at him, and he's the king, right? So he's like, "Oh, I want you to help me. I want you to help me because I want her to become queen. So I need you to teach her how to be queen." Now, this this boy grew up as being a what do they call him? Blacksmith? Yeah, because that's what his adoptive father was, right? So, um So pretty much that's what he does in the palace on his day off. But my point is that both of them grew up in low status, right? So he pretty much wants um the head of the flower crew to teach her how to pretty much be a quote lady so that she can become queen and um so that she could become queen of the nation, right? Okay. But she doesn't know that he was kidnapped by the palace to become queen, to become king. They don't want to tell her the truth. They don't want to tell her until close to the end, right? So when she's with the flower crew, he's trying to teach her how to be this and this and that. He starts catching feelings for her. She starts catching feelings for him. And now the king is by himself. And she was in love with him, right? I mean, she wasn't like in love, but she was willing to marry him. But now you got her conflicted because, she's in love with the quote king while she's also in love with the flower crew. It should have been two different stories where that the guy in the flower crew actually one story where the guy in the flower crew actually made her, turn her into a queen and she was able to marry the king, right? That would have been one story. That would have been a great story because you come from your class, from that class, and then you make it to become king and marry your childhood love, right? And then the other story would be that obviously not including this whole king thing where it's the flower crew. They hire her to pay off her debt, and then their love story begin. So it was just weird to me that you're supposed to be teaching her certain things to go be with another guy, and then you fall in love with her, and then it was just it's weird. And then you have the whole storyline for everyone else. um it's just a lot of ugh. And the third guy, I don't even think he even got to see his mom. I would have really loved for him to be reunited with his mom. Those like the whole series he thought that his mom left him when in reality that wasn't even the case. So, and I didn't even didn't even touch on that cuz you didn't see them meet each other. So to me, it wasn't even all that good. So I would rate this series a 7, and I would probably never watch it again.
And this wraps up our journey on the Review Garden. Thank you for joining me today as we explored this drama. If you enjoyed this reaction and review, please remember to subscribe for more insightful videos. Don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback helps our channel grow. As always, I'm truly grateful for your support and for joining me on this journey on the Review Garden. Until next time, and happy listening. Bye.